There we go. All right, we are ready. Thank you guys for joining, and my apologies. This is not typical, but things like this can tend to happen. But today is to make sure that you guys can hit the ground running and understand the structure of this course and the expectations. It's really important too to have an orientation for this because you might find that the structure of this course is novel. This course is bundled. The grades are bundled, which is going to make sense very soon to you all in just a little bit. And if it doesn't, well, this is what this exercise is for. And since we have four of us here, at any time, I'm going too fast, you're a little bit confused, or you simply need some clarification, please let me know. Just you could either get me in the chat or you can open up your mic. Sometimes it's best, well, if you get me in the chat, you can open up your mic real quick and say, hey, I got something in the chat, because when I share my screen, which I'm about to do in a second, the chat sometimes gets obscured on my end, since I don't have my producer with me. Kidding. I never have my producer with me. I need one of those. Okay, share the screen, and I believe that's it. There we go. Okay, so here we go. So the first thing, as I think most of you probably have been aware, Pronto is the key place that we're going to communicate with each other. Real important to understand that. There is a message tool up here. The problem with that, especially as we progress further in the semester, is there might be pockets of days where I do not log into this course, and the only time I know I get a message for you if you use this tool is if I log into the course. But on Pronto, it is on my phone, and I highly advise you to also download the app if you haven't done so already on your phone, so you get your messages in real time. It is not my business to ignore students. It's my business to engage with students and to cultivate a connection and a relationship with you. We have a relationship. I'm the instructor, you're the student. I'm here to facilitate your understanding of the American nation, and you are here to learn about it and achieve a grade. So with that said, and then also, students often apologize when they message me late at night, and they often do. No apology needed. As it states in the Pronto description here, when I go to bed, I turn my phone off. And so you'll never disturb me. So I'll get back to you as soon as I'm able to in the morning, or maybe later in the afternoon. I typically get back to students fairly quickly when I'm able to. And with that said, if a day goes by and I haven't got back to you, it will not be perceived as rude or pushy if you need to send your message again. And please do, because I do want to know what you're asking about or seeking clarification about. So let's go to the Start Here folder, first day of class, and we'll open up this link here, right? These are my office hours, and your online students. If you happen to be taking an online class and you're here on campus at the Pecan campus, by all means, come and visit me. It's probably a good idea if you're making a special trip to maybe get me on Pronto just to make sure that I'm here. But Pronto, again, will serve as my office. So if you can't make it to campus, understood. That's probably why you're on an online course. Get me on Pronto and we can go from there. So what this statement is about, this is basically the course description. And a lot of what we're going to be studying, I don't necessarily have a novel approach to studying history. That would be pretty arrogant of me. I'm just a guy with a master's degree after all. But it's a little atypical, though. I will say that. I obviously am very interested in the basic building blocks of history, the names, the dates, the events, the concepts. and all of that, right? But I'm more interested in the richness of history and what is behind it. And there's two things, as far as I can tell. I have this yin yang thing that's being co-opted by the American flag here, but this is a Zen Buddhist symbol um, that depicts the basic reality of the life that we're living, right? There's darkness and there's light. So the classic yin yang has this one would be dark and this one would be white, and what that means, and they feed into each other, right? One leads to the other, and there's a interchanging that goes on. And so there is a lot of darkness in U.S. history. There's a lot of oppression. There's a lot of exploitation. There's the patriarchy, and that's the central theme of this course. Whether we're talking, whether it's explicit or not, that's the way I understand it. Patriarchy means men ruling, right? Um, and to clarify what it is not anti-man. It's not pro-women. It's pro-humanity. It's in many ways pro-men, because even though women could fall into the trappings of patriarchy, which the trappings are entitled, and a sense of entitlement, the entitlement to oppress other people, the entitlement to oppress other people based on race, ethnicity, religion. You're not part of my race, you're not part of my religion, you're not part of my class. So therefore, I'm entitled to oppress you, to inflict violence and brutality on you, to control you. Um, there's a lot of that in U.S. history. There's a lot of that throughout U.S. history, going back thousands and thousands of years. And the result is we're left with a lot of dysfunctional institutions, all the way from the family to our economic institutions, our political institutions, our social institutions. So, as the yin yang symbol indicates, it's not all darkness, though. There's a lot of inspiration. There's people who pushed back and confronted the darkness and shaped this world to an extent that a lot of the stuff we take for granted, right? So many of us earn our bread by earning a wage, right? Well, when the whole wage system developed in the late 1800s, people were expected to work 16 hours a day in very dangerous conditions. Unions formed and pushed back against that and reformed the system. It's has a long way to go, but yeah, if your employer tells you you need to work more than 8 hours, if your employer is following the law, you should expect to be paid time and a half, those kinds of things. We have OSHA, um, and that helps keep our working conditions as safe as they possibly can be, right? Those kinds of things. So I would encourage you to read through this because it gives you a sense of um, how I approach viewing history and also teaching history. But let's get to some of the meat of this class. Oh, I wish I brought my glasses, but that's okay. Again, this class is bundled, and these are the bundles right here, which I will start referring to Blackboard in a second, but I wanted to kind of show you the syllabus before we got there. Now, these due dates, these only apply to, as it indicates here, grades required to earn a C, right? Which will make sense to you guys in a little bit. So when you open up a bundle in Blackboard, you're going to see a set of assignments that are required to earn a C. And if you want to earn a C, that's pretty much all you have to focus on, those assignments that are required to earn a C. If you want to earn a B per bundle and for the course, then you need to earn a complete for all of the assignments required for a C, and then those for a B. And then if you would like to earn an A, then all of the assignments you need to earn a complete for a C, a B, as well as the A, of course. The other component of this course are creative writing assignments, which I'll take a look at in just a second. So these due dates for bundle grades for a C are fixed, and these are fixed as well. But the caveat on the due dates for creative writing assignments is the creative writing assignments are only required for students that intend to earn a B and an A. And those that intend to earn a B, you only have to do 2 of them throughout the semester. And those that intend to earn an A, 3 of them throughout the semester. Um, so if you don't um, attempt or complete the first creative bundle assignment that is housed in bundle 1 by February 9th, as it indicates there, no problem. You've got 5 more opportunities. Just do the ones for the other bundles if you intend to earn a B or an A. And when you do submit your creative writing assignment, you will have a week to actually, it's not revise, it's redo. Redo. I'll get that fixed. I'll stop here, so I'll get it fixed later. So you need to you have a week to redo your paper. And again, I'll go into the details in a little bit. So let me give you kind of a better sense of what it means to earn a C for this course, a B for this course, and an A for this course. To earn a C, you simply need to complete all the bundles for a C. To earn a B, you need to complete 2 creative writing assignments, like I said before, and then complete all of the bundles 1 through 5 for a B. To earn an A, complete bundles 1 through 5 for an A, 3 creative writing assignments, and a final paper. So with that said, and do let me know if you have any questions either in the chat or open up your mic for those that are here. Let's go to bundle 1. So away we go. So always the first thing you need to do when you begin a bundle is open up the schedule, the bundle schedule. So bundle 1 schedule. And this explains again, bundle 1 for a C is due February 5th, right? Notice here it says it takes 7.5 hours to complete the entire bundle. Now it's different for a C. It's less, obviously. But keep that in mind, right? Now, 7.5 hours, or for a B, it's less, and for a C, it's less, is a lot if you begin on February 3rd or 4th or February 5th, right? But if you begin now, that really breaks down to about per bundle, because not all of the bundles are 7.5 hours. Some of them are less. I don't think any of them are more, actually. But anywhere from 4 to 8 minutes a day, right? So really take that to heart. You all have very busy lives, I imagine. You're working, some of you are raising families, maybe you're doing some other volunteer work in organizations that you belong to or churches. And so, yeah, there are days where you're just slammed and you don't have time to engage in the course. But I guarantee you have 5 minutes. And as you'll see, most of the assignments are what are referred to as interactive books or interactive videos. And they will always start where you left off. So even if you only have 5 minutes, use that 5 minutes. And then maybe tomorrow you have 45 minutes or an hour, right? And any pocket of time that you devote 5, 10, 15 minutes, when you have those large pockets of time, it builds momentum. And there's power in momentum, right? Anyone you see or perceive as successful, they don't just show up on the day that counts. They have done the work prior, and we get to see the end result. So I'm thinking of like musicians who might be performing or an athlete at the game, right? Obviously, if you are in a basketball team, you don't show up for the game, you practice prior. And that's building up momentum. And you can do that as a student in this course. Build up the momentum. When you got 5 minutes, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes perhaps, use it. And then so much momentum gets built up for those pockets where you have an hour and a half, right? So the assignments for a B and an A, it is highly advisable if that's what you intend to earn for the semester to for the best of your ability to try to get them completed by February 5th so you don't end up getting buried at the end of the semester. All right, that probably makes sense. But if you do need more time, right, you have until May 1st to complete all of the assignments. I won't accept most assignments beyond May 1st, except for some like the final paper. So that, what that implies is that, yeah, if you're doing the assignments for a C, maybe perhaps for a B for bundle one, you get that done by February 5th. But you moved on to bundle two, and incidentally, bundle two will open up as soon as you earn a complete for bundle one for a C. So you can jump into bundle two as soon as you achieve that. But let's say, yeah, you didn't get to all of the assignments that were required for an A, and it's now April, you can always go back to bundle one to complete the assignments for an A or perhaps for a B. And that's true for all of the bundles. And then ultimately they are due May 1st. Okay, so as it says right here, this is the targeted grade for a C. So you need to, and these are B1.1, B1.2, sorry, B1.3 are indicating sub-bundle folders. And I'll show you that in Blackboard in just a second. But to earn a C by February 5th, you have to complete those assignments. By February 5th. If you don't, then you're going to have to write me a letter based on this document. If you want to open it up, you can open it up and take a look at it. But basically, it's asking you to explain what's going on, why you weren't able to complete the assignment. You will be blocked from the course. That's just there to trigger you to reach out to me, especially since you're online. You go to access the course and you're blocked. Well, you're going to reach out to me and go, I'm blocked from the course. Well, then you write your letter and then you could be readmitted back into the course. And again, it's not punitive. It's just to make sure that you, one, again, to get back to the letter. What happened? Why weren't you able to? Then you have to write a detailed schedule, your college schedule, your work schedule, anything else. And then you want to plug in when you are devoting time for this course and your other courses. And then you want to also explain the third component of that letter is what you're going to do differently. And that's not simply, I promise to do better. I'm sorry. I'm not asking for an apology. I'm not asking you to grovel. I'm asking you to give some consideration of, yeah, going forward, I'm going to devote whatever, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday between 10 a.m. and 12 noon or whatever works for you to this course. Now, with that said, that's not going to happen for anybody. You're going to see that this is manageable. And to earn a B, you complete all of the assignments for a C plus this group of assignments in the sub-bundle folder. For an A, everything for a C and a B plus this assignment, these sets of assignment within this sub-bundle folder. And this should say May 1st. Sorry, it's a hangover from a previous semester. So I will make sure that's all consistent so you're not confused. Any more confused than you are. Let me take this out. Since it doesn't, that applies to my face-to-face students, I apologize. So I'll get that out of the other bundle folders as well. Understand too that for all of the assignments in this course, you won't receive points, percentages, or a letter grade. You'll either receive complete or not complete, or maybe it'll say incomplete. And the standard for every assignment is an 85%. So you need to earn an 85% for it to be marked complete, right? Okay, moving on to Blackboard. Let's go into the bundle. So you open up the bundle, you've taken a look at the schedule, you know what to do. And then you're going to notice here, bundles 1.1, bundle sub-bundle folder, excuse me. I've got a terrible cold about a month ago, and I still have this persistent cough, so I apologize. It's really annoying on my end, as well as other people who are trying to listen to me probably too. But you notice here, sub-bundle folder, B.1, B1.2, B1.3. It says B1, bundle one for a C, 1 of 3. Bundle one for a C, 2 of 3. Bundle one for a C, 3 of 3. So that's indicating, as the document up here is indicating, you have to do these 3 sub-bundle folders to achieve a earned complete for the bundle for a C. So let's open up the first sub-bundle folder to see what the assignments look like. And I won't go through every single sub-bundle folder because they're pretty much the same every time. So you notice how it's all the way over here. Well, that's where I left off. So it's starting there. So that's what I was referring to earlier. Real important to understand that. So yeah, maybe you only have a minute and 29 seconds before, if you have children, before your kids wake up or they wake up early, right? So you stop and it will uh, restart where you left off. And when you push play, oops, we gotta go here.
But once it's over, it's over.
Right. So that guy is going to teach you about reconstruction, and it's divided up into two parts. So there's another one that you're going to watch with this teacher right here. And as it gets to these hollowed out circles, you got to be attentive. You got to be you don't push play and then walk away. It's going to stop. It won't stop there. You have to actually click what's going to pop up in the middle of your screen. It'll say test your knowledge, and there'll be some multiple choice questions to respond to. And so the cursor goes all the way, it goes to here, and then you complete those. And once you're done with that, you're going to move on to the quiz, complete the quiz, and then go to drag the words. And super important, you need to do this, summary and submit. Summary and submit. Click that. You'll see your score. Your score will be much higher than my score. And then click submit report. If you don't do that, it won't record to the grade book. So 9 times out of 10, when a student gets a hold of me saying, I did the assignment, but my grade book doesn't say anything, it's usually this. Easy fix, you just go back to the assignment and click submit report and then submit your report. Okay, so you do that and then you move on to the next one, right? And then you move on to the next one and so on and so forth until you get to the quiz. Now, the interactive books, unlimited attempts. You can do these as many times as you need to earn a complete. The quizzes, you only have 2 attempts, so keep that in mind. Now, after your first attempt, it won't give you the correct answer, but it will let you know which ones you got right, which ones you got wrong, and then you can look at your submission and read the available choices per question and take notes. Everything in this course is open notes. So take notes. Take notes while you're engaging with the interactive books. You can take notes on the quiz and take another crack at it. And typically students will achieve a complete. Once B1.1 is complete, you earn a complete, not just attempt the assignments, but earn a complete, then this folder will open up. The elections from 1860 to 1877. And notice how it says 1 hour here, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here. So 2 hours to complete bundle 1 for a C. Again, that would be a lot to do on February 5th, but not so much to do if you start now, right? You can see how only 3 or 4 minutes a day or more, and you're hitting the ground running, right? So build up that power of momentum. You'll like it. All right. The water is warm. Jump in. Um, and then you can choose once you've earned a complete for B1.3 videos on the West, bundle 2 will open up. And you can choose to move on to bundle 2 or continue with these assignments right here, right? Primary sources are not assigned. If you can include relevant primary sources, including sources from this material here, right, where relevant. So let's take a look at the creative writing assignment. You have this document here, which gives you the instructions, and this is where you're going to type your response here in a submission window. You're not uploading a document to that assignment. You can't. If you do, it will be marked incomplete. So you're typing it in real time. This is a proctored exam. It's not really an exam. So let's take a look at the assignment real quick. And every one of these kind of act the same. It reminds you, you do not have to do any of these assignments If your intention is to earn a C, and that's perfectly okay, right? Nope, no, earn a C for every bundle. You got a C. But if you do want it, or it's just reminding you again, you have to earn a complete for two of these types of assignments for an A, three of these. And so what is it? I'll let you go through this carefully, but basically, you're going to demonstrate that you have engaged with the material. And to do so, this is why it's called creative. You can write a short story of 750 to 1,000 words. So that's typically 1 to 2 pages if you were handing in a document, but you're not. A formal letter, a journal, or a poem. Now, the academic aspect of it comes in, as it indicates here. You have to have 5 specific references. Now, notice I'm not requiring MLA or whatever. Um, you just want to, within your story, your poem, your journal, your letter, have very specific information from the bundles, no outside sources, no outside sources from the bundles. So if you're writing a letter about maybe someone who was newly freed, oops, I got something in the chat and I see it. So let's see what it says. Is the creative written by hand? Oh, it might say, oh, thank you. Shoot. Okay. I'll change that. You are typing it. So whatever it says about handwritten, you are not handwriting it. This is an online course. I wouldn't do that to you. Plus, I don't want to read pictures of handwritten reports, right? That can get messy. Um, so it is typed. So I'll change that later on. If I don't end up changing it, you guys are in the orientation, so you are typing your response. Um, but yeah, here is the rubric. And basically the rubric, you can use this for yourself to make sure you've got everything that is included in here is by the due date. Yeah. Um, you can go ahead and check off all of this. And then this is basically on my end within Blackboard, I'll have a rubric that includes all of this. And to earn a complete, everything needs to be checked on my end, right? If one thing isn't checked, then it is incomplete. Okay, so make sure you understand that it's all or nothing. Um, and if it is incomplete, you'll have a week to redo it. To redo it, and you only have a week, so also keep that in mind. So be attentive. And since I'm not requiring everybody to turn these in on the specified fixed due dates, which again is um, February 9th for this, you got to let me know on pronto so I can grade it. If you don't let me know on pronto and you end up earning incomplete and it's after it's after this date, then you don't get to redo it. So let me know on pronto. Hey, I turned in my creative writing assignment. I'll respond back. Excellent. If I don't respond back within a day, send me another message. Give me a dope slap, right? Usually I'll respond back though. Okay. Any questions about this assignment for anybody out there? No problems if there's not, but I'm all ears if there are questions. Okay, so yeah, and all of the bundles are organized the same way, so I'm not going to go into all of these assignments. There is a final paper. Let me get rid of this because this doesn't apply. My apologies for the confusion. But there is an incentive program to get some of this stuff done early and all of that. So let's go back to the Start Here folder. First day of class, you're going to notice this right here. And this is something I typically do in my face-to-face classes for which appears to be fake money. It looks like actual real money, but it's actual currency in my face-to-face classes that I give students. Since it's a face-to-face class, when they arrive on time, they stay the whole time, they submit assignments early. But since this is an online course, I've catered it here. Now, what this says is retaking any quiz beyond the available 2 attempts cost 1 badge, and I'll tell you where you can see that in a second, earning badges. Um, uh, to redeem an entire sub-bundle folder costs 5 badges. And so what I mean by that is if some point in the semester, let's just go to bundle 4, you don't want to do this entire sub bundle folder, for instance. If you've achieved 5 badges and you want to let me know you're going to redeem them, then all of these assignments I will mark on my end complete for 5 badges. And hopefully this works out. This is the first time I've done this, so be patient with me. Hopefully there's nothing in here I'm not anticipating. If there is, we'll make it work. But yeah, it looks pretty cut and dry, but I've never done it before using this achievements tool, but it's there for you. And which I'm going to go back, I'm going to go to this and show you in a second, but let's go through all of this. To earn full credit for, not the summaries, sorry guys, that was last semester, creative writing assignments. Let's see here, I need my glasses, assignments, there we go. Without doing them, the first bundle creative writing assignment, not bundle 1, but the first one that you don't want to do costs 3. The second one costs 5 badges. And the final paper costs 10 badges. So those are things that you can earn for a variety of reasons. And so let's take a look. This is where you'll know. So you go to achievements, and hopefully, I'm not sure if it looks like this exactly on your end, but I'm pretty sure you can access them. So let's go to bundle 1 for a C. Sorry, they're not in order. I think it went in order of how I constructed this. But let's go to this one. And it says completing the required assignments by February 4th, which is a day before bundle 1 for a C is due. You'll earn a badge to redeem for an exemption for assignments. See the EDCM exchange folder located in the Start Here folder to see what you can redeem. That's what I was referring to before. So if you do that, it should be automatic. You can let me know. That would be helpful so I'm aware. But I think on my end, I'll be able to see. Again, I've never done this before. It looks pretty cool, but that's the case there. And then this says this happens to be just for bundle 5 creative writing assignment. Complete the required assignment by the due date for the creative writing assignment. Sorry, that's me copying and pasting and not paying attention. That should say bundle 5. I apologize, and I can't edit it, but since it says there, just know that should say bundle 5. And earn a badge to redeem for an exemption for the assignment. See the EDXM. So again, just to remind you, the first one costs 3 badges. So you earn 3 badges and you could be exempt from one. And then you earn 5 badges and you be exempt from a second one. So that means for a B, if you earn these badges, then you don't need to do any of these. 1 to 1 earn badge. See, I'm going to try to update this so there's no confusion, and I might need to clarify this a little bit more now that I'm looking at this, and I'll let you know what the changes are. But let's see if there's anything else. I think that's about all that you can achieve through here for a variety of things. So basically, the main thing to focus on is anytime that you complete, let's take a look at this one, for instance, complete bundle, yeah, I'm gonna have to change these so you guys don't get confused. But basically, this is saying that if you complete bundle 5 for a B, it should say bundle 5. I'll change this. It'll take me a little time, but I'll get it done. Bundle 5 for a B by April 30th, which would be 1 day early, then you would earn a badge, right? And you can use those badges to get out of certain things and achieve things in this course, as indicated in this page right here, right? Let me open it up so you can see it more clearly, right? So, and the ultimate thing, yeah, if you don't want to do the final paper, earn 10 badges, and we'll see how this works out as we go through the semester. And you guys are my guinea pigs. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else that I need to fix or I need to be aware of. Going back to the course, sorry. Yeah, we got Pronto, we got the Start Here stuff and the bundles. Yeah, I think that's about it. Any questions whatsoever from the three or the students that are here? Okay, so what's going to happen now is this recording is going to get processed. I'm going to upload this into the Start Here folder. And in the first day of class, you're going to notice an interactive book that'll include this. Now, in the chat, what you need to start doing now is type your full name because you will not have to do the interactive book since you already are here, right? You're welcome to do the interactive book. And what you since the interactive book will have a few assignments in it, the interactive video and a quiz. It won't have a drag the words. It'll have a quiz, um, and it'll require you to do all of that. You won't be able to go through the video. The cursor will prevent you from fast forwarding. But in the right hand corner, this is going to be uploaded to YouTube within the interactive book. If you click the YouTube icon in the bottom right hand corner, it'll pop the video out, and you will then you'll have the video and you can use the cursor to go forward. And this again is for the students that are here. For the students that aren't here, you're going to have to watch the whole video in its entirety. And I'll also make available the transcripts of the video, so you can refer to that as you do the next step for the orientation, which will also be at the bottom of this first day of class folder within the Start Here folder, short answer questions for the exam. So everybody in this course is going to have to do that. You do the short answer questions for the orientation exam, and what's going to happen after this is bundle one is going to be closed. And to reopen it, you have to earn a complete for if you're not here for this video, you have to earn a complete for the orientation interactive book. If you are here, don't worry about it. But everybody has to earn a complete for the orientation exam for bundle one to open up. And I'll give you guys what's today. Looking at my calendar over here, we're at the 23rd. I'll give you guys until January 27th, and I'll make it clear in the folder and in the assignment when it is due. If you don't complete it by then, everybody will. But for those that may happen not to complete it by then you're going to have to reach out to me in pronto, and we'll have a discussion to make sure this is the right course for you. But it's critical, given that this is sort of a novel approach to the bundles. This is something you probably need to digest and to contemplate on. To get confused, it's perfectly okay to be confused. Don't feel anxious. You're not the only one. That's why you're doing the orientation. And then that's where I come into play. Reach out to me if you're confused. Reach out to me if you're pretty sure you understand it, but you just need some clarification. Do I really understand this on any component of what we've gone over in this course? But that is, yeah, that's going to basically what's required to get going on in this course. So I'm not seeing any questions. No one's opened up their mic. So
Excuse me.
yeah, Emilio, what's going on?
What is the orientation exam?
I'm going to post it. I'll have this all posted within the next hour, hour and a half. And so that exam, again, will be available here in the first day of class underneath the EDCM Exchange link. The interactive book will be here, and then below that will be the exam. And it'll be about 10 short answer questions that you'll respond to. Your responses need to be complete sentences and be as specific as possible, referencing what you learned right now, right? And so don't give me just a few words or anything like that. I want to make sure that you understand the structure of the course and the expectations. So it's okay to be confused, just don't stay confused. And this is the time to become unconfused, right? It's tragic 2-3 months down the road and you're reaching out to me, which is perfectly fine. I'll entertain any questions throughout the semester, but it can be very frustrating as a student if you don't understand the structure and the expectations of the course well into the semester. Does that answer your question, Emilio?
Yeah, but since we were here, we don't have to do the interactive book, right?
Correct. You will have to do the exam, but not the interactive book. So You can start right now to put your full names into the chat box here, and then once it's created, I will give you guys full credit for the interactive book.
Okay, thank you.
The last thing I want to bring to your attention is the grade book. Under it looks different for you, but gradable items. What's going on here? Okay, I'm going to bring these things down. This is what you should see when you open up the grade book at the top. Bundle 1 for a C, bundle 2 for a C, bundle 3 for a C, bundle 4 for a C, bundle 1 for a B, so on and so forth, right? So it's going to look different for you. This is something you want to check. So let's say you've already now you've completed, or at least you are pretty aware that you've completed B1.1, B1.2, and B1.3. Check this. If it's marked complete, then yeah, you have earned it complete for for bundle 1 for a C. If it says incomplete and you're pretty sure that you did everything, well, then reach out to me and I'll say, oh, well, and it could be the settings are wrong on my end. It's really easy on my end, unfortunately, and I apologize. If the settings are wrong, I'll fix them. And you will be the pioneer trailing a blaze for everybody else if you reach out to me, if you're the first one. Or it could be that, yeah, there's a lot of assignments. You might have missed one, and I'll let you know, hey, you missed this assignment. Once you do that, then you're going to have a complete for bundle 1 for AC. So that's what you want to stay tuned to. Now, all of the other assignments, it's helpful to take a look to make sure, and there's quite a bit, right? That you've earned the complete or not complete or incomplete for any assignment. But these are the things that you want to be aware of that are critical. So with that said, I'll leave it at that unless somebody wants to chime in with a question.
I do
All
have
right.
a question on the grade book. I'm on my the grade book on Blackboard. There is one assignment that says due date was September 1st of 20. I'm not sure if it and it says like 0 out of 100.
Yeah, well, you should have been enrolled back in September. Sorry. Yeah. So that happens. I'll go
Okay.
through the grade book as I'm making sure this course is ready for you to get that out. But if you ever see that, uh, I know it could be frustrating. What? I wasn't even enrolled back in September. Um, Always go by these due dates that are either listed here in the first day of class. Right? These are the due dates that I'm looking at, right? Or you can locate them in every one of the bundles. You're going to find a schedule, and it will indicate the due dates right there for you, right? But yeah, I'll get those due dates fixed. And if you notice them throughout the semester, you can get me on Pronto, give me a dope slap, and I'll fix them. But yeah, I'm going to spend, excuse me, I'm going to spend the afternoon and if I don't have time this afternoon, by next week, I'm going to try to get everything so it reflects what's actually going on this semester. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, any other questions? Okay. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful semester. I am at your service. That's why I get a paycheck, right? So make me earn my bread. I'm happy to serve you. Um, if in Pronto, it seems like I'm being real kind of cut to the chase. I try to, hey, I'll address you by your name, maybe give you a smiley face and all of that. But if I cut to it means I probably got a lot of messages and I'm going through it. So if it appears, I'm just being like, hey, it's this, right? That's what's going on, right? But yeah, we're a team together. And to the extent we can have a community in an online course, we're a community. So feel free to reach out to each other to help each other out in this journey. We're all in this together. I learned from you as well as you guys learned from me. I need you guys as much as you guys need me, right? We're at service for each other. And anytime you need me, I'm 100% for you. And if you ever feel I'm falling short on that promise that I'm making to you, reach out to me and let me know because that is never ever my intention, right? So let's hear it for a great semester going forward. Go forth and be great because you guys all are great. You deserve the success that you're going to earn. Okay. Take care, guys. All right. How do I get out of all this? Okay, here we go.